Bill Maher had Anna Kasparian from the Young Turks on his podcast. You know, you're watching like a liberal Zionist and a leftist anti-Zionist like debate the issue. And, you know, from our perspective, I'm just like, you guys are all getting it wrong. So why don't we jump in here and kind of correct the record? And to be fair, Anna is much more on the right side of the broader issue. Guys, you don't have to pretend there's no problems in the Muslim world or take full responsibility for the problems in the Muslim world and say that everything is all America's fault or anything like that, to just go, hey man, but that's not really the relevant question here. The relevant question here is, what are we doing in this situation? Are we making it much worse than it otherwise would be? Yes or no? And so there's like this, the thing that's frustrating is that, and then I'll stop and let you go before I say any more on this, but it's like, there's this dynamic where, people on Bill Maher's side, the people who are really trying to defend Israel and critique Islam, they fall back to all of these broader critiques of Islam as a distraction from the critique of like, yeah, but what about what our own government has done and the governments that you are defending and supporting? What about what they've done in this region as well? And then there's a tendency on the part of like the leftists who agree with me about all the terrible shit that America and Israel's done to the Muslim world, who then feel they have a need to pretend that there are no problems in the Muslim world that are outside of what we believe it. You know what I'm saying? And like, it's like, but obviously neither one of those positions is correct. And I think Anna would be coming from a stronger position here if she'd just admit, oh yeah, I probably wouldn't be able to wear this dress in a lot of parts of the Muslim world. And I don't agree with that. I think that's wrong. However, I'm not going to lecture everybody else about what they're wrong about when what we're wrong about is genocide. He goes, oh my God, he goes, there's all types of problems in the Muslim world. He was like, do you know, like the, there's female genital mutilation in Kurdistan. And then there's like, he goes, the freedom of religion in Pakistan is like a disgrace. They execute people for leaving the Muslim faith. And in Saudi Arabia, they prosecute people for witchcraft. You know what I mean? Like they have culture police. They cut off the hands of people who steal. And he goes, and that's the country we prop up, our biggest trading partner in the region. Saudi Arabia does all this shit, you know, and he goes through, and then at the end of it, he's like, but here's the thing. The worst part about Somalia is America's war there. And the worst part about Iraq and Libya and Syria and Yemen, the worst part about all those countries were America's war there. And so what do we say? You're going to sit here, and I think his exact words were something like, he goes, we're going to lecture them for stoning a woman to death when we'll drop a Hellfire missile on her car. Like, what position are we? So essentially, like, even if you wanted to be judgmental of Muslim culture or Muslim societies, look at the position you're in now, Bill Maher. Who the hell are you to lecture anybody? Because you support what Israel's doing to Gaza, which is 1,000 times worse than any of that shit. That's 1,000 times worse than like saying a woman's got to put on a longer dress. So what are you talking about here?